Hi friends, welcome. This is Loli. Today I bring you a fun video. It's part of the recreation inspiration. I will let you know about this a little bit later in the video. Let's jump right into the first inspiration. The first project was inspired by this beautiful little tree that Katelyn made from Craft by Katelyn, and I'm going to try to recreate it but in a little bit of a bigger scale. And here we go. I took one of these dowel rods from Walmart, and I'm going to use a variety of picks that I got from Dollar Tree. These are the bigger maple leaves that I got from Dollar Tree. I got a total of 4 of this, not 4 actually, I got 8 of these picks. And I'm going to start by adding them individually onto the dowel rod. As you see there, I'm using some masking tape, and I'm adding the other pieces as I'm going around. So I will go around the dowel rod completely with the tape to secure the piece, and then I will come in with another stem, trying to space them evenly, and go around one more time. And I just kept adding those pieces until I added 4 of them for each one of these levels. Once this was nicely secured, I'm just adding the masking tape on the entire stems, just covering all of them to make sure that this section is completely secure and I have a nice surface for the next step. Here I'm just spreading my leaves around to make sure that they look nice and full. Then I'm coming in with these other picks from Dollar Tree. They're also maple, but they're the smaller ones, just to give this a little bit of variety in the colors of my maple leaves on there. So here I'm also adding 4 for each one, but I'm employing some hot glue to help me with the spacing and to keep things in place as I'm rolling the tape over it. So here I also add 4 of the stems on this level as well. As I complete this section, I just come back in with the masking tape, and I'm going to roll it along the entire bottom section here. And here I'm adding some masking tape, some hot glue to the middles where there's no stems, just to allow that tape to glue all the way down. And here I'm adding another level, but this one is of the larger maple leaves. And I do the same thing as I did before, wrap the entire stem with the masking tape. I'm doing this to have that illusion of bark all the way around and in between the surfaces, the different levels I mean. So here, I'm sorry guys, I'm a little bit out of frame, but I'm just fluffing things up a little bit. And now I'm coming in with another level. I did another level of the smaller maple leaves, as you see there, and this is the last one that I'm adding on there. And I'm going to tape this all the way down. I'm going to tape the piece down and wrap it around the entire bottom of all the stems there. Here I'm doing a double thing, but here I'm going to wrap it all the way down, including the remainder of the dowel rod. And I'm doing it in a way in which you wouldn't see the lines of the tape so much. Here you need to make sure that your tape actually gets all clumped up and it looks irregular. That way you can mimic the look of bark. So here I'm coming in with some burnt amber from apple barrel, and I am painting all that masking tape using that color. Here I think this just ties everything together and it gives that illusion of the bark of a tree. Now I'm using this little pail I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to add my maple plant on there, and I'm adding a couple packages of different stones from Dollar Tree, and I am adding some of the white stones on top of it to cover everything up. And here it is how it turned out. This is outside. I am planning on putting one of those Dollar Tree push-on lights to illuminate the leaves during nighttime. Alright guys, so this video is part of a collaboration. It is the Fall Halloween Open Invite Challenge, and it is hosted monthly by Amanda from 6 Kids and the Glue Gun and Sharleen from the Crafty Art Shack. And the guest host this month is Katie from Lady Grey at Crafting. The link to their channels and to the playlist will be linked in the description box below and also pinned in the comments. Make sure to stop by and show everyone some love. For our next inspiration, I was inspired by these little crate egg wreaths that we saw everywhere pretty much on the Easter season. And I'm going to try to recreate this but using pumpkins. First, I painted these two reed forms using that spray paint from Rust-Oleum. And then I'm going to take some of this Spanish moss that I got at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut it, trying to put it, you see how I did it on there? I just try to stretch it out the way you see me doing there. I don't know how else to explain it, but to let you see it. Anyway, I did that until it was the wreath was completely covered. Then I'm going to come in with these new packets of boards from Dollar Tree. I used every single color they had. They had white, orange, red, and the green. And I'm going to just try to put them in, random patterns, trying to space them out evenly. And I'm just using the different kinds, trying to, just making sure that they look pleasing to the eye. And I just kept changing them around until I was happy with the placement and the kind of board that was next to each other. Once this was done, I'm going to come in with my hot glue and position them. Once I'm happy with where they all sit, just going to go ahead and glue them onto place. Just popping in real quick to say thank you so much for clicking in my video, and I hope you truly enjoy it. To my subscribers, thank you so much for everything you do. Alright, then I come in with these little buffalo check pumpkins that I also got at Dollar Tree, and I am placing them in random places around here as well, in any areas that I saw that were looking a little bit scarce, just to give this an extra pop of color and also some variety on the type of pumpkin. Once I was happy with the placement, again I came back in and glued them with some hot glue. Now it's time to cage them in, so I just took the next reed form, put it on top of it, and now I'm going to add them together or secure them together with raffia. So what I did is I took pieces of raffia and tied it in about 6 different areas on the cage, just tying them both together to hold everything in place. My friends, if you enjoyed this video so far, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you truly enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so YouTube notifies you each time that I upload a video. All these things are free and they mean the world to me. Thank you so much. Okay, friends, so here I'm just shaking off any excess of that Spanish moss. And then I'm going to come in with this sign from Dollar Tree and removing the bow that it originally came with. I'm going to just scrape that off. I have other plans, so I'm just going to be using this part right here. And I'm going to take some of this ribbon from Dollar Tree to create a bow. I did that awareness box you see right there. I'm doing the same thing with the second ribbon as well. And I'm going to place them both on top of each other. I tied one secured with some jute cord first. Now I'm adding the second one on top of that one and using the same piece of jute cord to tie them both together. And then I'm going to make another bow using this thinner ribbon from Dollar Tree as well. It's a green and orange ribbon. And I'm going to tie that on top of the other 2 bows to create a triple decker bow. Then I tied everything securely in the back as well, created 2 double knots. And I'm done with this bow. Just fluff it up really nicely. Cut off that extra jute cord, which I shouldn't have because I needed it to tie this to the crate. But anyway, here I'm going to dovetail the ends of each one of my ribbons. Once that was done, I'm going to go ahead and take another piece of jute cord and use it to tie this bow to the middle of the top section of my wreath. Now I'm going to take a piece of the gingham ribbon and I'm going to use it to cover up the jute cord. So I just cut a piece. I burned the edges so it wouldn't fray. And now I'm adding a little bit of hot glue to the back section of the bottom of the bow and some to the back section at the top of the bow. And I'm folding that piece over to cover up that jute cord. And this is what it's looking so far. So now I'm going to attach that wood sign to the middle. I'm using some jute cord to do that also. I am threading the jute cord through the holes that I had at the top, and I'm going to use them to tie it to the crate on each end. As you see there, I just cut off the excess, and then I'm adding a little bit of hot glue to the top section of that sign and gluing the little tails of the bow in place so it doesn't cover the word welcome, just to make sure that everything stays in place and that the word is legible. Now it's time for a hanger. So I took the same gingham ribbon and I'm going to cut a nice section on there. So you see it's probably about, I would say about 7 inches. And I'm going to fold it in half and knot it in the bottom. I just did just a regular knot on there just to create a loop. And then what I'm going to do is just loop this around the top section of right there where the bow is, just looping it on itself and passing the ribbon through the back to create a nice loop like that. Boom. Look how nice and neat that is. And that is it for this one. And don't forget to let me know what you think. For our next inspiration today, this came from Pinterest. I saw this picture from this creator on here, the frugal homemaker.com, and I'm going to make that little crate that you see there. So I got this little basket, actually a basket. I got this basket from a thrift shop for $2. So I just took all the stuff off, clean it off really nicely with some glass cleaner from Dollar Tree. And it's time to embellish this and make it all beautiful. So I'm going to use these florals that I got from Dollar Tree. I took some of my floral moss and glued it to the bottom on there. And I don't want to cut these flowers because I might want to use it for something else later on. So what I did is bend them around and with the help of that little piece of foam, I was able to position them nicely. This is what it's looking like so far. Then I took some of this burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree and I'm measuring exactly how much I'm going to be needing to go around this. So once I knew that, I'm going to go ahead and cut this ribbon on half on his width. And now I'm removing the stitch end of one of them and I'm going to be fraying the edges of both sides. So what I'm going to do here is take the ribbon and weave it through the little pieces as you see there. They are trying to do that. I was a little bit too harsh with it and I kind of broke it, but I just took a little bit of hot glue and fixed it. So here I'm weaving it every other little piece of the little pieces of wood as you see there, just weaving it through, being careful not to fray it. And here I just slid it onto the other one on here, and then I'm going to use that ruler to help me put it through the other one, hiding each end so it will look like a continuous piece. And there it is, just making sure that everything is nice and straight and it looks beautiful. Now I'm going to use the other piece of burlap that came with this and I'm going to fray the same way that I did before, but I created a bow instead and glued it right there at the middle. And that is it for this one. Let me know what you think. And here we go with the final reveal. My friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. And if you would like to follow me on social media, here are my social media links. And don't forget to visit my friends in the playlist. And if you would like to watch some more of my videos, here's a suggestion that you can binge away with this playlist. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. You are awesome. Bye.